One of these smart ones. They're by Weight Watchers Artisan Creations. It is a stone-fired crust pepperoni pizza. It actually says it's zesty pepperoni with tangy tomato sauce topped with reduced fat mozzarella cheese on a stone-fired crust. These are pretty good. I've actually had one of these before. If I can figure out how to open it. Lift here. And it never opens the way you want it to. Okay. There's the pizza. And if you flip over the back, that top flap, if you just lay it right there, but your directions are right here. They should almost print the directions right there, so you would have them right there. But basically, take this out of the plastic and cook it for 2.5 minutes. So that's all you do for this one. I don't remember how much this meal was. These are usually around 250 or so. This one's 410 calories for the whole thing. So it's a little higher than what I like to eat for lunch, but it's a really good lunch if that's the only thing you eat for lunch. So, this is what pocket knives at work are good for. So I'm at home, of course, but if you are at work and you have carrying a pocket knife is a good way to open these up. That's opened many a meal at work. This one's, the crust is kind of broken little pieces, so I'm going to put these little pieces back on here. Okay, so 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I'll probably go 230. I always forget what it said, so I have to look again. 230, so I'll probably go 220 for our microwave, and I'll show you what it looks like. Straight out of the microwave, and looks really good and melted. The crust is good and heated up. So I usually use I actually have a plastic knife at work usually, and I'll show you. Unless you have a pizza cutter, it's kind of a pain in the butt to cut this thing. But I wanted to show you a most accurate representation of how you have to eat this at work while you're at lunch. So if you got a plastic knife, the metal knives work better, but the plastics work pretty good too. But you just kind of have to, there's kind of a chewy crust, and you can see it's kind of a pain in the butt to cut them. Just like that. And I usually, since I am at work and doing this, I usually just do 4 pieces and let it go. If I were to eat this at home, I would get a pizza cutter and cut it into, maybe like 6 pieces or something. But like I said, if you're doing it at work, it's a big pain in the butt, and you really have to push. And your plastic knife, you have to saw on it a little bit. So, okay. Now I have to let this cool off for just a minute because the cheese is really, really hot. So I'll let it sit for about 30 seconds or so, and then I'll be right back. It's been just less than a minute, and it's probably still hot. So I'm probably gonna make awful faces here in just a second. But it's a good pepperoni is really good and spicy. The sauce is good. The bread is really, it's not crispy, but it's not soggy either. It's a good firm bread. Really good flavor on these. The Artisans are the best ones I've had. The Weight Watchers Artisan brand. There are other pepperoni pizzas or other pizzas I'm sure I'll have reviewed or will review a few of those too. But these are probably some of my favorite ones because the flavor is just so good in these. So. Definitely worth getting if you want to eat at work. Maybe a little easier to eat it at home, but if you got it at work, just make sure you take something to cut it because you don't want this huge pizza you're trying to eat it. Take something to cut it, whether you take a pizza cutter to work or you take a plastic knife and just have to saw on it a little bit longer, but it will work. You can get it out of there. So that's it. Thank you.